Good evening, everyone. The time is now 5 p.m. Call the August 22nd, 2023 meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, call for public comment on any agenda items other than development or rezoning. Anybody wish to comment on that? Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes from our August 8th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I'll call for a vote on that. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Approval of the bills. We have a batch of bills that need approved.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Number 6 is new or amended ordinances under review. Mark?
Yes, as we reported in past meetings, we continue to work on the Saldo and are working on coordinating a meeting with the Zoning and Development Department and the Township engineers to finalize their review. We do still intend to have a public review process, and as before, we're still probably several meetings away from presenting it to the Board of Supervisors.
Okay, thank you. Next is a public hearing on transfer of an intermunicipal liquor license from Erie City to Millcreek Township. Mark?
Yes, Millcreek Township received a request from RML Holdings LLC to hold a hearing and to approve the transfer of a liquor license from the City of Erie to Millcreek Township, specifically the RML's location at 3304 Zook Road in Millcreek, which I believe is the Rolling Meadows Bowling Alley. The hearing for this request has been properly advertised. Under Pennsylvania law, it requires municipal approval of intermunicipal transfers of liquor licenses. The municipality then must conduct a public hearing for the purpose of receiving comments and recommendations regarding the transfer. Following the hearing, the municipality must render a decision by formal resolution approving or disapproving the request, which can be on the same date of the hearing. Municipality must make the decision within 45 days of receipt of the initial request, and here the hearing has been properly noticed, and we are within the required 45-day time period. So we can proceed to hold the hearing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shaw. We'll open the public hearing now. There's someone who wishes to speak on this matter can come up and is there a sign-in sheet there?
Absolutely, I could sign in too.
Sign in
and talk at the same time.
Oh, there you go. And state your name for the record, please.
Attorney Aaron E. Sismarski for Rolling Meadows Lanes. Since 1962, Rolling Meadows has been a community asset. They're looking to continue that by adding a restaurant and operating services to the community. So with the road being fixed up, they also want to obviously fix up the corner, continue to operate, stay competitive in the community. So our hope is that you approve it today so that we can continue to do that going forward. I'm more than happy to answer any other questions that you may have as well.
So you mentioned there's going to be they've always served food there, correct? But never had a liquor license.
Correct. It has always traditionally been BYOB since 1962, so 60 years of, so obviously bring some conformity, the regulations, and obviously additional tax revenue and so on and so forth. But I think it's important that, like I said, their competitors are ramping up, so to speak. So this is the first process to get the license transferred over. So it's very hard to get a liquor license right now. So it just happened to become available. It's probably going to be escrowed for a little while so that we can get the zoning, the permits, and all the additional capital together to actually get a restaurant and hire people.
Okay. Any other questions for Attorney Sismarski?
No
One
questions here.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak on this matter? Okay, we'll close the hearing and move on to the resolution concerning this resolution 2023 R32. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, this is a resolution of the Township of Millcreek approving the intermunicipal transfer of the Pennsylvania liquor license number R8384 into the Township of Millcreek from the City of Erie. As indicated, the PLCB has a process to be followed for authorizing these transfers, which we have just completed, and the recommendation would be to approve this resolution, which approves the transfer of the liquor license.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Do I hear a motion on Resolution 2023 R32?
So moved.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Moving on to Resolution 2023 R33 concerning liquid fuels. Mark?
Yes, the PennDOT requires that we do a resolution to apply for county aid. It's the state liquid fuels monies that are allocated to the county, and our sub-allocation from the county is $64,099, of which we spent $198,831.44 in road salt this year. So we're getting about a third back. So, but this is an annual process so that we can get our allocation from the county. And I recommend approval.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, so we do this annually. Is there a motion to approve this resolution as presented?
So moved.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. We have one or two bids and quotes coming up. Chief Cliff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before you, I have several quotes. I can just go through all of these for you. The first one is for FirstNet Command Vehicle, Tablet, and Phone. There's a proposal for the Millcreek Township Fire Department Command Vehicle, the total cost of $1,473.98 to purchase equipment, which is a tablet and cell phone for the command vehicle, and also to include that a $76.98 monthly installment for the LTE bands. The FirstNet Command vehicle, this network is for first responders, which gives priority LTE and callings for the network outside of what's traditional, the Verizon network. The next one is additionally is through Mobilecom for mounting hardware for this command vehicle. Would be for a tablet mount, keyboard for the command vehicle in the amount of $2,683. Next, I have a proposal for you for Sensible Products in the amount of $2,800, which would be for a mobile command system for the Millcreek Township Fire Department command vehicle. This would be the organization box for the rear of the vehicle through Sensible Products. Additionally, there's a proposal for badge and wallet for $3,120, which would be for firefighter badges and hat pins for 30 firefighters. Typically, this would take 6 to 8 weeks to manufacture. Given the timeliness of new hires, I thought it'd be prudent to get this purchase going sooner than later. The next proposal in front of you is the Heritage Fire Equipment for firefighter PPE. This is to include firefighter gloves, extrication gloves, protective hoods, and flashlights for the amount of $5,982.80. Next, I have a proposal for you from Whitmere Public Safety for Morning Pride structural firefighting gear. Through the bidding process, the Morning Pride fire gear came back as the lowest and best bid for Millcreek Township in the amount of $46,745.60 through Whitmere Public Safety. Additionally, that pricing is through the CoStar's PA account. The next proposal is for AJ Grack for business interiors in the amount of $7,126.85 for office furniture for the Millcreek Township Fire Department. That is all of them for that first round of proposals.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Any questions or comments on these requests?
None here?
None here?
Just had a quick question for Mark. Obviously, these are startup costs for the new fire department, and just, verifying these were obviously budgeted items and everything is
Yes,
within the budget.
yes.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Is there a motion to approve these requests as presented by the chief?
I'll make that motion.
And I will second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Chief, you have two more?
Next up, I have a proposal from Scott Sipko, a certified polygraph examiner. The full-time candidates will need to go through a polygraph screening as part of the pre-employment process. The amount of these screenings is $400 per test. We anticipate sending 9 individuals through that screening process. And also, as part of the ongoing hiring process, I have another proposal from in-command coaching and staffing for the amount of $2,000, which would be to write grant services for additional full-time staffing. If awarded, the grant would pay 100% of wages and benefits for firefighters for up to 3 years. The contract would be initially $2,000 made payable for writing the grant, and then if awarded, in-command coaching and consulting would be eligible for a 1% award incentive.
Okay, thank you, Chief. So we're looking at, for the polygraph, the maximum would be $3,600, and then $2,000 for the grant writing. Okay, any questions or comments on those two requests? Okay, do I hear a motion for approval?
If I could,
Oh, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chairman, I would add to that, also subject to approval of a professional services agreement with them,
Okay, that's with the,
with both parties.
oh, with both parties, okay. And subject to a professional service agreement with the Trooper Sipco and the grant writer.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Okay, is there a motion on that?
So moved.
Thank you, Dan.
And I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Chelsea Avenue Sidewalk Project bid results. Mr. Waldinger.
Yes, thank you. On August 3rd, bids were opened for the Chelsea Avenue Sidewalk Project. At today's meeting, I am just going to be reading the results of those bids. They're still under review for potential award, but we'll just be announcing the bidders and the bid amounts at today's meeting. So we received bids from the following amounts. Lindy Paving in the amount of $204,700. Amendola Construction in the amount of $205,287.50. Empire Construction in the amount of $178,250. Presque Isle Construction in the amount of $212,315. M&B Services in the amount of $284,830.70. And Vavala Concrete in the amount of $278,724. As I mentioned, these are currently under review, and we anticipate award of this at the next supervisors meeting.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Parking lot paving bid results and award. Rob?
Thank you. Good evening. On August 3rd, a bid opening was held at the Township Building for the parking lot paving project. 2 bids were received, and the prices are as follows. Lindy Paving with a total price of $107,399, and Joseph McCormick Construction with a total price of $116,466.40. This contract includes the milling and paving of the asphalt on the east, west, and south areas of the township's main parking lot. Funds for this project will be taken from the $75,000 parking lot line of the building maintenance capital budget, and the remaining $32,399 will be taken from the building maintenance skid steer reserve line. It is my recommendation to award this contract to Lindy Paving for the price of $107,399.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve this as presented?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Dump truck and plow package.
The Streets Department is seeking approval to purchase, or is seeking approval purchase of a Mack GR 42F dump truck and plow package. The truck was purchased from M&K Truck Centers for a price of $115,842.12 under CoStar's contract 025-E22-533. The plow package was furnished and fabricated by U.S. Municipal for a price of $92,460 under CoStar's contract 025-019. Total for this truck and accessories is $208,302.12, and funds will be taken from the $225,000 plow truck line of the Streets 2022 capital budget. These funds were carried over from the 2022 calendar year budget. It is my recommendation to purchase this truck and plow package.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve this purchase?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Bucket truck.
The Traffic Department is seeking approval of a new Ford F-550 bucket truck to replace Tom Berlin's current truck. This truck was ordered from Alltech Industries for a price of $159,926, including delivery, under CoStar's contract 012418-ALT. This truck was initially ordered in early March of 2022 with an expected delivery date of September 2022. This truck was not delivered when it was expected, and we had no anticipated date at the end of last year, so no money was carried over. Due to the amount of work and man hours this year for the Green Light Go grant along Peach Street, we are able to use the $160,000 traffic cabinet line of the traffic capital budget to fund this truck. It is my recommendation to purchase this truck from Alltech.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve the purchase of the bucket truck?
So moved?
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Pondview Drive pipelining.
The Streets Department is seeking approval to hire National Gunite to concrete line approximately 190 feet of 48-inch pipe under Pondview Drive. The price for this project is $140,950 under CoStar's contract 041-E23-026. Funds for this will be taken out of the pipelining line of the Streets Department capital budget, leaving a balance of $52,050. It is my recommendation to contract this work to National Gunite.
Thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve the pipelining?
I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. And our last bid and quote is Westlake Pump Station Control Cabinet.
The Sewer Department is seeking approval to purchase a new control cabinet for the Westlake Pump Station. The existing cabinet needs to be relocated for an upcoming capital project and is leaking water during rain events. One quote was received from the Height Company for $9,760. Funds for this will be taken from the Sewer Department Contingency Fund, leaving a balance of $140,409. It is my recommendation to purchase this cabinet from the Height Company.
Thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve this as presented?
So moved?
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 11 on our agenda is a fire police request. Chief?
On Thursday, September 28th, House of Representatives Chairman Ryan Bizzaro is hosting a hard-to-read plate event at the former Kmart Plaza from 9:30 a.m. until 1300. Previously, they held this event and it had traffic congestion issues. They're requesting assistance from Millcreek Fire Police for traffic control. It's my recommendation that Millcreek Township Board of Supervisors approve the use of Millcreek Fire Police to assist with this event.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Is there a motion to approve this request for fire police for this one-day event?
So moved.
I will second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Number 12 is a Celebrate Erie MOU for police services. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, this is an agreement between Millcreek Township and the City of Erie regarding assistance to be provided to the City of Erie through the Millcreek Police Department for Celebrate Erie. Obviously, Celebrate Erie just concluded this weekend, so this is a retroactive approval of this agreement. And in addition, this agreement has a provision that allows for the assistance of the township at the indicated rates for the next several years, I believe through 2026, assuming that Celebrate Erie continues each of those years. So before you is the agreement and a resolution 2023 R34, which is an intermunicipal agreement resolution that is required to be approved in order to enter into these types of agreements. It essentially outlines the requirements to be that are met in this situation for an intermunicipal agreement. And so the recommendation would be to approve this resolution and authorize the execution of the agreement by the Chief of Police, Carter Mook.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shaw. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2023 R34 as presented and authorizing Chief Mook to sign this agreement?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
I will second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, we have 2 sidewalk deferral requests. Matt?
Thank you. Yes, the first sidewalk deferral request is for a home at 5319 Love Road. The developers are Robert C. and Sharon L. Kuffner. They are proposing to defer their sidewalk construction at 5319 Love Road. Currently, there are no sidewalks adjacent to the property or plans to install sidewalks in the area. They have submitted the proper form signed as the township requires, and they have provided for stormwater management of the sidewalk if and when it is constructed. So at this time, I would recommend approval of this sidewalk deferral.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Is there a motion to approve this sidewalk deferral request for Love Road?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. And Zimmerly Road?
Yes, the second is a request for a sidewalk deferral for the home being built at the northwest corner of Lancaster Road and Zimmerly Road. The developers are Han Nguyen and Viet Antoine Pham. They are proposing a sidewalk deferral for this home that is being built. Currently, there are no sidewalks adjacent to the property and no plans to extend sidewalks at this time. They have provided the properly signed form for the sidewalk deferral. There is one minor issue with this in that the engineer did not submit the land development and stormwater plan with the full sidewalk being accounted for in the stormwater. So I would recommend if the board chooses to approve this, they do it with a conditional approval upon the stormwater management being provided for the sidewalk before the agreement is signed.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Is there a motion to approve this sidewalk deferral request for Zimmerly Road with the condition that the stormwater management plan is completed?
Yes, I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. And next up is the stormwater management maintenance agreement and plan for the same address.
Yes, this is for the same property at the corner of Lancaster and Zimmerly. Developers are Han Nguyen and Viet and Tuan Pham. This is to approve the stormwater management maintenance agreement. Relative to the prior request for the sidewalk deferral, you're aware that the stormwater management plan does not include all of the sidewalk that is required to be covered. In order to not hinder the developer and hold them up from their building permit, I would recommend that, again, a conditional approval of the stormwater maintenance agreement only at this time occur, so that it could be signed and not hold them up from their permit if they're able to comply prior to the next meeting. At the next meeting, if the plan has been approved, then I would bring the plan before you. You cannot approve it at this time since it has not been fully approved.
Do we know why it wasn't included, and what's the distance? Do we know?
That is part of it. The distance is well over 2,000 feet of sidewalk because it's a very large lot. There is an assumption made that sidewalk would only be required on a portion of it, but the township ordinance requires that sidewalk would be required on the entire frontage of both Lancaster and Zimmerly. And so, like I said, in order to not hold up the developer if they're able to comply prior to the next township meeting, we're requesting the conditional approvals at this time.
Okay, so the stormwater management plan itself, would that be tabled?
That would be tabled and then presented to you when it was complete and finally approved, yes.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Is there a motion for a conditional approval of the stormwater management maintenance agreement for 3340 Zimmerly Road?
Yes, I'll make that motion for the conditional agreement.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
may I ask a quick question? Do we need to make a motion to table then the acceptance of the stormwater management plan since it was on the agenda? We only made a vote for the conditional stormwater management maintenance agreement.
Right.
So do I need to make a motion for this?
I think just to make it clean, that would make
Okay.
sense.
We can do that, okay.
All right. Then I will make a formal motion for the to table the acceptance of the stormwater management plan.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, number 15, communications. Treasurer, Mark?
Yes, I would like to request permission to close the account captioned the dental account at PNC Bank. This is the account that we used, a BAI used to pay for dental vision claims, flex spending claims, and now that business has been moved over to Erie Bank. So if we keep that account open much longer, PNC is going to start charging us fees for it. So we might just close it and move the rest of the money over to Erie Bank.
Okay. Any questions or comments on that? Okay, is there a motion to approve the request to close the bank account at PNC?
Correct.
Yeah, I will make a motion for that.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, we have a hiring request for a crossing guard.
Yes, I can take that, Mr. Chairman. This is a request that is coming from Chief Mook. It is a, wait, this is not the, sorry, that's the training request. I was jumping, sorry, from Chief Mook. Do I have that on here? This is a training request. Here it is, sorry. This is coming, I apologize, this is from Sean McClelland in the administration for a crossing guard. And her name is Shannon Cunningham. Her hire date would be the 28th of August, 2023. And she would be the crossing guard at 54th and Castlewood. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the hiring of this crossing guard.
Okay, at the rate of $25 per hour.
Correct. And that would be from 8:50 a.m. to 9:20 a.m. So for a half an hour.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Dan? Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, next we have a training request from the chief.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have 3 training requests. The first
Okay.
one is going to be for Sergeant Ryan Mays, bomb technician and investigator for the police department. The organization's Regional East Coast In-Service Annual Training is scheduled for October 17th, 18th, and 19th in Huntsville, Alabama. We're requesting this be approved. Tuition and lodging costs are being reimbursed by the Northwest PA Emergency Response Group. Travel will be by Erie Police Department vehicle. The only cost associated with the training for the township is the per diem, which is $382.50 for the time frame.
Okay.
The second training we have is the International Association for Property and Evidence is holding a 2-day training in Massillon, Ohio for September 11th and 12th. It's a course for the best practices for evidence and property room management. We are looking to send Randy Hool, who is named our new evidence and property custodian in July, and his training is going to be critical to his new position. Tuition cost is $395. Lodging is $192, and the per diem for the time frame is $194, and we recommend that he be sent to this. And finally, we have the Lawrence Park Police Department is hosting a 2-day course on 824 and 825, and the topic is Advanced Roadside Impairment Detection Enforcement, or ARIDE. With the increased prevalence of drug driving, and the course is highly beneficial in determining impairment when drugs are involved. We have 8 officers interested in attending. There's no cost to attending the training, and the travel to Lawrence Park Police Department would be either by department vehicle or personal vehicle at that time. We recommend that these be approved.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments on these 3 training requests from MPD? If not, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve all 3 of the trainings for the police department.
I'll second.
Okay. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, we have a request from Jessica Stutzman from our CRS department regarding her notary license renewal. She wants to renew her license, which expires November 21st of this year. And it's a PA notary reappointment with online education, which includes all the essentials of the notary reappointment package. Upon completion of the course, Jessica will receive a certificate to use with the notary application to the state. The cost is $356.85, includes shipping and tax. Yep.
I think that was a typo because
Oh.
on the application it says $366.85.
Okay. So the cost is $1 more than listed here?
$10.
Or $366. Okay, $366.85. I'd like to make a motion for approval of the license renewal for her notary.
I'll second that.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I think I would, for all those that are listening, all of our, or watching our residents out there, I think it's very important that they know that we offer notary services here at the township by appointment. We cannot do the transfer of vehicles, but we do offer that service as a township. I know some of the representatives' offices as well, and the state representatives and state senators' offices offer it. But I think it is important to note to our residents that they can call and inquire if they have notary needs.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we have a training for floodplain management programs. Matt?
Yes, thank you. I'm looking to send 3 employees, Matthew Puz Jr., Julie Maggio, and Matthew Puda, to a training offered jointly by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, and the Department of Environmental Protection. This training is for floodplain management. It would be held on September 13th, 2023 from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Erie County Department of Public Safety on Flower Road. There is no cost for this training. The 3 would travel together to the training in a township vehicle. This would also provide Mr. Puz, who's a certified floodplain manager, with 3 continuing education credits to maintain his certification, and would help Ms. Maggio and Mr. Puda learn more about the floodplain and be able to explain it more to the residents when they come in and have questions about how it affects their property. So I'd like to recommend and request that we allow these 3 people to take this course.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve this training request?
So moved.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, there's a second request, Matt?
Yeah, would you mind, Mr. Chairman, if I combined the next 2 together?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're seeking permission for myself and for Parks and Recreation Director Ashley Marsteller to attend the Pennsylvania Greenways and Trails Summit. It will be held September 17th through 19th in Scranton, PA. Cost for the conference is $307 each, and the special rate for the conference hotel is $291.54 each for the entire stay. Travel would be by township vehicle. This conference includes sessions on trail design, PennDOT permitting, and several on both construction and ongoing maintenance funding sources. Total cost for the conference for each party is $598.54. Mine would be paid from the planning and development training and travel budget line items, and Ms. Marsteller's would be paid for from the Parks and Recreation training line item.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Is there a motion to approve these training requests as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, executive session was held on August 17th of this year to discuss litigation matters related to orphans court petition, code enforcement matters, right to know requests and rezoning petitions, and real estate matters related to parks and recreation facilities and right-of-way easements. Solicitor communications. Anything further, Mr. Shaw?
Nothing further, thank you.
Okay. Citizens to be heard. Any citizens wish to be heard tonight? No. Okay. Adjournment. Call for an adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay. We are adjourned at 5:37 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.